Pessoal, não vamos esquecer de acionar o sino.
Hello friends, I'm Commander Robinson. I'm a former Brazilian Navy officer. Now I'm retired and I worked a lot of time at the Brazilian Marines and later with naval aviation projects. In my channel, Arte da Guerra, Art of War, we speak about military operations, we analyze geopolitics. Today we speak about the video that is on the screen, military contract price gouging, defense contractors overcharge Pentagon. It's a video about the overprice that the Department of Defense from the United States pays about weapons that they buy in the last years. The video has an excellent interview with Mr. Chai Assad. Mr. Assad is the former director of the Defense Pricing Office of the Undersecretary of Defense for Acquisition, Technology and Logistics. Assad tells in the video that NASA buys an oil valve and pays the price for $10,000, but the same valve at the civilian market costs just $328, and that is just the beginning. Bottom line is that the war in Ukraine is depleting United States ammunition stocks, and you have a military crisis looming in Taiwan. The stocks will need to be replenished, but the new round of ammunition will cost the taxpayer much more. But in reality, we are experiencing a problem that goes beyond inflation. The truth is that the government is being exploited by the defense industry. Assad is a man who knows what he's talking about because he transited between the two worlds. Assad is a former Raytheon employee who later worked as a contract manager at the Pentagon. He served under the Bush, Obama and Trump governments. He admits that the Pentagon overpays for everything that buys: radars, missiles, helicopters, planes, ships, and even boats and valves. But these are not only problems. Recently, auditors discovered that more than 1 million parts of the F-35 jet have disappeared in the last 5 years. But the US officials seem to turn a blind eye to these irregularities as plane costs continue to rise and the Pentagon continues to overpay for them. I recently wrote an article in Portuguese talking about the rising cost of the US Navy. The article title is US Navy, a paper money tiger, and the article link can be found in the description of this video. And here is the article. In it, we show that between the years 2005 and 2020, the Pentagon consumed $14 trillion and added only 5 ships to the fleet. In the same period, China spent $3 trillion and added 117 vessels to his navy. Beyond this, China's naval industry has 13 shipyards, and only one of them has more capacity than all similar American shipyards put together. But going back to our video, she has said that defense segment earns 40% profit on sales of weapons to the government, when the normal would be 12 to 15%. Another problem that she draws attention to is the decrease in the number of inspectors at the Department of Defense, a fact that has left companies freer to exploit the taxpayers. In 1991, a Stinger missile cost $25,000. Now in Ukraine war costs $400,000. An additional problem is the fact that the US defense industry has failed to invest in the efficiency of its products and in expanding its capacity to produce at scale. His priority today is delivering dividends to the shareholders and paying big bonuses to the CEOs. As a result, the United States is lagging behind the technology race. as the Russians and Chinese already have advanced hypersonic missile systems that America lacks, and Iran's growing drone and missile force threatens the American presence in the Middle West. And there's one more additional cost to be remembered. In recent decades, the United States has been involved in long, expensive and useless wars such as Iraq and Afghanistan, which also greatly worsened the country's image in the face of the so-called Global South. For those who wish to see the video from the channel 6 Minutes, we leave the link in the description below our screen. We also ask that you write on the Arte da Guerra channel, share it and leave your comments. Moving towards the end of our video, the United States has military spending of almost $1 trillion by year, but even so, it cannot compete with the growth of the Chinese Navy. And why? Perhaps one answer is that Chinese build weapons more cheaply. They do more with less. Pessoal, esse livro aqui é decisivo para entender a mentalidade chinesa com relação ao confronto com os Estados Unidos. Unrestricted Warfare é escrito por dois coronéis chineses, um deles depois chegou oficial, o posto de oficial general na Força Aérea da China, e eles descrevem toda a estratégia chinesa para se contrapor aos Estados Unidos, e ela não é puramente militar. Acho que depois da Guerra do Golfo, em 1991, os chineses acordaram para a superioridade militar e tecnológica dos Estados Unidos e desenvolveram novas abordagens para um possível confronto. Esse livro tem na Amazon, e todas as vezes que vocês compram livros e outros itens na Amazon, vocês estão ajudando o canal Arte da Guerra. A Amazon aceita cartão, ela parcela, aceita boleto, enfim, tem diversas modalidades de pagamento e a entrega é bastante rápida.